Hello everyone, and welcome back to the other side. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that affects millions of people around the world: mental health stigma. It's a conversation that's long overdue, and I'm excited to shed light on this important issue with all of you. Before we get started, I want to acknowledge that this video may contain sensitive content. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, please seek help from a qualified mental health professional. There is no shame in asking for support. Now, let's jump into it. Mental health stigma is a barrier that prevents so many individuals from seeking help, talking openly about their struggles, or even understanding their own mental health. But the good news is that together, we can combat this stigma. In this video, we'll discuss what mental health stigma is, its impact, and practical ways to break down these barriers. But before we delve into the solutions, let's make sure we're on the same page about what mental health stigma really is. So, what exactly is it? Let's break it down. What exactly is mental health stigma? Well, at its core, it's a set of negative beliefs, attitudes, and misconceptions about mental health conditions. Stigma can lead to discrimination, prejudice, and the marginalization of individuals who are dealing with mental health challenges. To give you a clearer picture, let's look at some examples. Have you ever heard someone say, "Just snap out of it," to a person struggling with depression? Or maybe you've come across jokes that make light of anxiety disorders. These are examples of stigma in action. It's crucial to recognize that such attitudes can be hurtful and counterproductive. The impact of mental health stigma is profound. It can prevent individuals from seeking help when they need it most. People may fear judgment or discrimination, leading them to suffer in silence. This can result in delayed treatment, exacerbation of mental health conditions, and, in some cases, tragic outcomes. Moreover, mental health stigma isn't limited to interpersonal interactions. It also exists at systemic levels, affecting policies, healthcare access, and workplace environments. This broader stigma can create additional barriers for those already grappling with mental health challenges. But here's the good news: stigma can be challenged and dismantled. By educating ourselves and others, fostering open and empathetic conversations, and advocating for changes at both the individual and systemic levels, we can make a real difference in reducing mental health stigma. In the upcoming segments of this video, we'll explore practical ways to combat mental health stigma, from promoting awareness to providing support for those in need. Together, we can create a more compassionate and understanding world. 1. Education and awareness. The first step in combating mental health stigma is education and awareness. We must strive to understand mental health conditions better, debunk myths, and disseminate accurate information. Knowledge is a powerful tool against ignorance and prejudice. Consider sharing resources, articles, or documentaries related to mental health. Encourage open discussions within your community, whether it's online or offline. The more we talk openly about mental health, the more we break down the walls of stigma. 2. Language matters. The language we use can either perpetuate stigma or promote understanding. Be mindful of your words and encourage others to do the same. Avoid derogatory terms or stereotypes when discussing mental health conditions. Instead, choose words and phrases that are respectful and empathetic. For example, replace "crazy" with "struggling," or "mentally ill" with "someone with a mental health condition." Small changes in language can make a big difference in reducing stigma. 3. Share personal stories. Sharing personal stories can be incredibly powerful. When individuals with lived experiences of mental health conditions openly discuss their journeys, it humanizes the issue and helps others realize that mental health challenges are common and can affect anyone. If you're comfortable, consider sharing your own experiences or inviting guest speakers to your platform who can share their stories. This not only helps break down stigma but also offers hope and encouragement to those who may be struggling in silence. 4. Challenge stereotypes. Another way to combat stigma is by challenging stereotypes whenever you encounter them. Whether it's in media, entertainment, or everyday conversations, don't hesitate to speak up when you hear or see harmful stereotypes about mental health. Engage in constructive dialogues to highlight the inaccuracies of these stereotypes. Share factual information and personal anecdotes that debunk these misconceptions. Every effort counts in reshaping public perceptions. 5. Support mental health initiatives. Lastly, consider actively supporting mental health initiatives and organizations. Donate your time, resources, or expertise to organizations working to raise awareness, provide services, and advocate for mental health rights. By contributing to these efforts, you become a part of a broader movement that aims to combat mental health stigma on a systemic level. Together, we can advocate for policy changes, improved access to care, and a more inclusive society. These are just a few ways we can combat mental health stigma, but there are many more. Remember, change starts with us, with our actions and words. And there you have it, everyone. A conversation about mental health stigma, its impact, and how we can combat it. Remember, we're all in this together, and by sharing knowledge and support, we can make a real difference in the lives of those who are struggling. If you found this video helpful or informative, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with others. Your support can help spread awareness and spark important conversations. Thank you for joining me today. Let's continue to break down the walls of mental health stigma and create a world where everyone feels safe and supported. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.